Welcome into another video. This time we're going over the NFC North depth charts. I hope you enjoy. We're going over to the NFC North here. Let's talk about the Vikings now, right? So let's talk about the wide receiver room here. Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, the rookie that they got in here. I think he's going to be good. He's taking over the Adam Thielen role, and they ended up letting Adam Thielen go. Now KJ Osborne is going to be the third wide receiver in this offense, like he was last season, even though I think KJ took more of a role because Adam Thielen just wasn't the wide receiver that he used to be. So Jalen Reagor and Jalen Naylor, these guys, don't really want to worry about these guys. I don't think they're going to be fantasy relevant for this season. At the tight end position, TJ Hawkinson, really solid fantasy tight end for your fantasy team. Somebody you can really target if you miss out on all those top tier type of tight ends, the Travis Kelce's and Mark Andrews. Grab TJ Hawkinson, and you won't be upset that you did. So now we're gonna look at the quarterback position. Kirk Cousins is definitely the quarterback, definitely bona fide, but he's getting really older, and they drafted Jaren Hall. Now Jaren Hall, I think, could be a really good quarterback if he takes over for Kirk Cousins, maybe in about 2 years or so. I think he's good. He's a mobile quarterback coming out of BYU. I think he's just somebody you might want to keep on your radar if you're in a deep dynasty league. Go ahead and pick him up, set him on your bench if you have an opportunity, and just see what happens. At the running back position, right now they have Dalvin Cook, but they are rumored to be letting Dalvin Cook go June 1st. So if that does happen, it looks like Alexander Mattison should be the #1 running back there. They ended up signing him on a 2-year deal because they were going to want him to be the starter. So I think Alexander Mattison takes that over, and Ty Chandler will be the backup to him. Now I do like the running back they got out of UAB, Dwayne McBride. I think he's a little bit of a smaller back, but he has good opportunity to be a good third down back and take over a nice fantasy role if Dalvin Cook is out of this team for this season. So let's move over to the next NFC North team. We're going to talk about the Detroit Lions, and they just keep getting younger and they keep getting better. So a couple guys that I want to talk about here at the wide receiver position: Josh Reynolds, Marvin Jones Jr., Amon-Ra St. Brown. Those are the three guys that you really want to talk about. I know we've got that rookie wide receiver from Alabama, but he ended up getting suspended for the first few games of the season because he was just betting on some football. So he'll also be here as well. There's another rookie wide receiver that I like, Antoine Green. I think he has a good opportunity to make some noise in this offense. If he can grow, he can end up being there at that #3 wide receiver. But we're going to see if he can end up growing into his own. I think he does. I think he's going to end up taking over Josh Reynolds and Marvin Jones and just being another option for Jared Goff in this offense. Now they did get a tight end finally. They ended up letting TJ Hawkinson go last year. And now they got Sam Laporta in at tight end. I think he's a good passing option for them. Brock Wright, he's okay, but he's clearly a backup. He's not a starting tight end. So I didn't think that they were going to go into the season with Brock Wright as the starting tight end. So I'm glad they ended up getting Sam Laporta to be their tight end. So yeah, their coach is nice. Their coach is really good. People shouldn't overlook them at all. I think they can make some noise in the NFC North and possibly push for a division title this year. So they drafted a good running back, Jahmyr Gibbs. He's out of Alabama, a decent running back. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe they just wasn't 100% sure that David Montgomery could be the guy. They ended up getting Montgomery over from the Chicago Bears. I think he's a very good running back. And they got Mohamed Ibrahim. I think he's a good running back for as far as rookies go. And then Jared Goff is going to be the quarterback. They've already stated it's going to be kind of like a redshirt season for Hendon Hooker, the rookie quarterback they got out of Tennessee. I think Hooker is good. He's accurate. He's a little bit older, but he's got some injury history with him. So they're going to let him develop and just come on really slow and get super healthy before he eventually takes over for Jared Goff. Let's go over to the next NFC North team. We're going to talk about the Green Bay Packers and the team that moved on from Aaron Rodgers. Kind of a new type of day for the Packers, right? We're looking at the wide receivers here: Christian Watson, Romeo Dubes, and they got some rookies here. We got Jaden Reed, Dontavian Wicks, and Grant Dubose. So you got Romeo Dubes and Christian Watson were rookies last year, and you got these three that are rookies this year. The top 5 wide receivers for the Green Bay Packers are either year 1 or year 2 players. So somebody you just want to say, okay, let's just pause a little bit. If we're going to be happy about somebody, it'd be Christian Watson. That's about it. Samari Torrey, I do like him as well as a serviceable wide receiver later on. He can make some noise if given the opportunity this season. So in case love is a mystery, not enough sample size. Yeah, I'm right there with you. And it definitely can be an open. I think I think with everything said and the way it went down, though, I think they're going to give Jordan Love the absolute first crack at being the quarterback here. And even if he struggles, I think they'll still stick with him. I don't think there's much of an option for Sean Clifford to take him over. I don't think Sean Clifford is a good enough quarterback as of right now to take over for Jordan Love. But I do think if Love struggles all season this year, I think next year they're going into camp battles with Clifford and Love and seeing what happens. But at tight end, they ended up drafting 2 tight ends. They got Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. I knew they drafted Luke Musgrave first, but I think he is a far inferior tight end than the guy they drafted next in Tucker Kraft. I think he's actually a really good tight end, good pass catching tight end. If I had to say go out in fantasy and grab one of these guys, I would say definitely get Tucker Kraft. I think he would be the guy that you want to definitely target. At the running back position, you kind of feel bad for Aaron Jones. He's kind of left here in the dust with everything settling. You know, Devontae Adams moved on a couple years ago. Aaron Rodgers moved on this year. Now he's left here. A.J. Dillon backing him up, and they ended up getting a rookie running back, Lou Nichols. I think he's going to be irrelevant in this offense this season, just with the fact that Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon's taken over all the carries for this team. So next team we're going over the NFC North will be the Chicago Bears. Now, Chicago, they've upgraded. They've gotten a lot better in the offseason. They ended up adding DJ Moore at wide receiver to go along with Chase Claypool and Darnell Mooney. And they even got a nice 4th receiver in Equanimeous St. Brown. And I'm going to say even the 5th receiver, Dante Pettis, has shown flashes in the past, especially when he played for the 49ers and a couple times here. They do have a rookie wide receiver in Tyler Scott, another receiver that I actually do kind of like. And I don't want anybody to forget about Velus Jones Jr., a little bit an older wide receiver, but he is serviceable for the wide receiver position. So looking at the tight end position, Cole Kmet and Robert Tonyan. Tunyan's coming over from the Green Bay Packers. Cole Kmet, starting early last season, he was frustrating for your fantasy team, and he ended up at the end of the year getting some more rapport with Justin Fields and actually was able to be a good tight end last season. So Justin Fields started off, I mean, the dude doesn't average more than 150 yards passing a game, but he can run the ball a lot. That's what gives him a lot of that fantasy opportunities. But if he can develop and he can start passing some more, definitely getting over DJ Moore. He's got capable wide receivers now. He's got all the tools to be successful. He just has to be able to put it together, and I think he can do it. At running back, they moved on from David Montgomery. Now the number 1 running back right now is Deonta Foreman. He ended up running really good for the Carolina Panthers once he was able to get the opportunity there. So we'll see if he can continuing to do that and become a 1,000-yard rusher for the Chicago Bears. Khalil Herbert and a rookie that I really like is Roschon Johnson. He was the backup at Texas, but I think he's got just as much talent as everybody else. He was kind of, everybody thought Bijan Robinson, but people forgot about Roschon Johnson in that offense. So somebody you just want to look out for with the Chicago Bears. As always, thank you for watching the video as we continue to pop out weekly videos to help you best prepare for your fantasy football leagues and ultimately win a championship. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.